Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in and joining me today. Today's reading is going to be what's the gossip about you and them. So it could be a crush you have, or just somebody you like, or a relationship that you've had, just anybody that you have in your mind, and a situation you might have in your mind as well. Before we start today, I'd like to say thank you very much for anybody and everybody who has subscribed recently, and thank you for your comments. It's really interesting for me to read them. So thank you, and we'll get started. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3.
La música de Harry Fraud.
Right then, let's get going. Pile number 1. I hope this resonates with one or two of you at least, because this is the most fantastic pile. You are coming across as the sun. You are coming across as larger than life and happy and exuberant and full of yourself in the best possible way. You probably give out a lot. You probably are very childlike. You're probably very innocent, and people are probably quite jealous of you. The person that you're thinking about is coming across as the magician. So they give the impression of being very similar, but probably very good in a more grown-up sense, in the way that if they put their mind to something, it happens. If they want to do anything in particular, they make sure that it's done before they even thought about it. They give the image, you give the image of being playful, they give the image of being playful, but being very grounded isn't the word I'm thinking of, but being very aware of how to make life work for them. They're probably very charming, and they're probably quite well sought after. And then a lot of people probably find them attractive. With you, it's exactly the same. You've got that aura of life being spontaneous and just generally there for the living. Right, the reason I think this is a really interesting pile is I think that if you've clicked into this to look at the gossip, I think you are very aware that there is gossip, and this gossip is fantastically big. This person could be related to a work situation. I think there could be some work involved, or you could work together in some way, or you may have worked together in the past, or you could be connected by some skill. I do think this possibly could have caused some heartache, maybe through lack of self-esteem or being shut out. Right, this is what I'm getting. This pile is huge. It's got really big energy, and it's got the feeling of a situation which has basically been enjoyed by many, if you know what I mean. There's been a lot of talk about it. The reason that I think that you maybe clicked into this is that it could be related to work. I've got the 8 of Pentacles here for to sort of sum up the situation. I've also got the 5 of Pentacles. So this could be a work situation that may have resulted in a feeling of being shut out. If people are aware of what's happening, it may have made you feel slightly uncomfortable, or the other person slightly uncomfortable, or that threat was always there. Because I do think that this relationship is not socially acceptable in some way. I'm going to go through the cards bit by bit and then just hope it all sort of pours out as we go, because I can't just make comments without walking my way through. So let's get going. This is your person, male or female. This person is hugely attractive. You've got the magician, you've got the King of Wands. This person knows who they are, and they know the effect that they have on people. They are somebody that, if it is work, a lot of people find them attractive. They're probably in a position of responsibility, and they enjoy it. They enjoy the effect that they have on life, and they enjoy the effect that they have on people. And I think this person has made you some sort of offer, some sort of romantic gesture, or there's just a relationship that everybody around you has felt the undercurrents of this relationship. This person isn't very good at hiding their feelings for you, and everybody has picked it up. You've got the Knight of Cups, so you've got the King of Wands. The King of Wands doesn't hide anything. And it's mature energy, but it's not somebody who likes to lie or pretend that feelings aren't there if they're there. And the Knight of Cups is quite a sweet energy. You know, their feelings for you are probably quite sincere and romantic. And this person hasn't hid that. Now, behind you, subconsciously, there is a fantastic feeling of obsession and lust and desire. And this is married with something that has made one or both of you feel like you're shut out of the social group. You've got the Devil card here, and the Devil card talks of being bound to something or not being able to get something out of your mind, being tied to something, or just huge sexual desire. The reason I've gone quiet is I'm trying to pick out who's feeling what there, but this situation, you know, is basically what we're looking at. So it's if this person is the Magician and you are the Sun, neither of you are going to hide your feelings. Right, this is where it gets a bit tricky, because at the top of this, which is what has actually happened, or is the energy at the moment, you've got the King of Pentacles. So this is making me think that the male or the male energy in this is probably committed elsewhere. The reason I'm saying that is that these three cards here I've put up for a little bit more information about the situation, and you've got the home life. So the King of Pentacles is this man is sat at home with his dog. You know, he's a mature man, he's happy where he is. You've got the home life here. So I think this situation could be quite complicated in the fact that the desire's there, the passion's there, and there's more to that I'll come in a minute, and you two are not going to hide it. Okay, you've also got, for what's going to happen in the immediate future, you've got the Ace of Cups. You know, this passion and this desire and this love is not hidden, and it's very open, and it's sincere, and it's almost like a relationship that I'm going to say fated, but what I mean in some ways, there's no way you can get away from your feelings and your desires and your pull towards this person, and neither of you are hiding it. I think that you feel that this relationship is something that's quite karmic, as if it's something you may have almost waited for, or it's just hit you in the head as it's something you have been waiting for. I think it's a big situation to you and a big issue to you. It's almost as if you've met this person and you'd be really afraid of letting them go because you feel that you possibly couldn't meet somebody who you feel the same for again. I'm thinking of a Dirty Dancing line, but I can't remember it. They, on the other hand, which is slightly different from what I've just said here, they do have the Seven of Wands. I'm walking my way through it and the energy just hits you in the face, and then you get to them, which is the Seven of Wands. So I wonder if they're trying to be a little bit more... they're trying to hold back a little bit more in work, or they're trying to hold back because they've got a family. There's that feeling of almost, but this could also be, if this is anything to do with the social group, even if they haven't got a family or the work situation isn't a problem, the social situation in some way, it may not be acceptable because this person is slightly defensive and there's this feeling of being cut out of something, which I'm assuming is a group situation. You've got the work card here. I don't really know, but you've both got huge energy and you've both got huge feelings for each other, but there's this card behind which doesn't fit in, and this is in the past, and this card speaks of the usual Rider-Waite card is two people outside a church, and it's almost as if they've been pushed outside in the cold, and their social group or their family group or some sort of group that they have been brought up to think that they belong to is not accepting them. And the result of this at the moment is you're both trying to juggle up something. I don't know if it's thoughts or feelings or where to go next. Right, let's have a look. This person's come up as the King of Wands. twice. And you've got the Prince of Wands here, and you've got the home life. So I do think this person could very possibly be in a situation where they're committed elsewhere. It's possible. It's possible, but I think this person's personality is adventurous. They like a challenge. They like to feel like they are having or living life to the full. I think you both do. It wouldn't surprise me if there was like air, fire, and you are like a Leo or fire or something fiery. There's just this general feeling that they want life to be an adventure. You have come along, or they have met you and it's all kicked off, and there's just this desire and passion and love, and it's the type of things that if the male in this reading, or the male energy in this reading, fantasizes about, it's what they're born for. You can't keep love and life and excitement away from fire people. If there's no spirit, there's no fun, there's no life to them. It's just got to be exciting. Right, the talk. I love these cards. Look at these. This is the situation, how people are talking. What you've got the Judgment card. The Judgment card is exactly what it says it is. It's judgment. You've got the Hierophant here, which is convention, and then you've got the Eight of Cups. So you have really got the best out of everybody's gossip going on about you lot, because you've got the Hierophant is like typical tradition. It could be to do with a building like a church, it could be like a school, it could be just a business or a big building or something quite orthodox. And then they're talking about, this is what they're talking about, either that you should move away from each other, or that you have left the person, or just generally the feeling that somebody should be turning their back on this situation. But you really have got the gossip flowing, because these two cards to me just speak of this. These people are saying this is how, oh, it's disgusting. This is how he, she, whoever should live their life. It's just not right. It's not correct, because it's just not the way they should be going. And then you've got the Eight of Cups. Yes, one of them should move away. I mean, that is fantastic, because to me, it's like the making of a film. You've got you two here. It's just like some fantastic love story. You two here with these big, huge, fun-loving cards. And then there's like an adventure going on here. And this person's in the element, because that's what they live for. There's the love, there's the passion, there's the you two weighing it up. There's probably a work situation. You feel like you've met the person of your dreams. They feel like the excitement has just kicked off and everything's just how they want it. And then you've got these other people, really conventional and really orthodox, watching and talking, and oh my god, it's fantastic. It's like a film. Right, the conclusion, you've got the Two of Pentacles here, so it's almost as if you two are weighing up which way to go next, and I can't really tell what I mean by that. The only hint I have got is the fact that your person is coming across as the King of Wands twice and the King of Pentacles, so it's making me feel family or mature, and you have got the family card here, but you've also got a work situation. So you could have met them in work, they could be committed elsewhere, as I've said before. The end result is playing up what's going to happen. So you got this twice. I think there is, amongst this fantastic Devil May Care energy, you both actually are wondering whether it is going to ostracize you from a group. You're still coming across as fiery and warm and basically feisty. There's still the Eight of Wands there. There's still the passion, and there's still going to be, if it's not passion, which I think it is with this pile, there's still going to be the talk and the chatter and basically the gossip. So whatever you do, just enjoy yourselves. If you're not hurting anybody, which I don't know, you know, just enjoy yourselves, because the gossip's there anyway. You know, if the family's involved, that's slightly different. But if you just basically, oh my God, living what you should be living, which is fun, excitement, openness, you know, just basically just passion. I can't judge on what situation you're in, but I do think there is somebody, you know, there's something slightly there that could kick the gossip off. You know, I can't judge on that. That's not my job anyway. But I do feel that you are both aware that you could be cut out or ostracised in some way. Right, to sum you up, pile number 1. What a fantastic pile. So there you are, you're milling around your life. Into your life comes this person, and he or she is the most sexy person you have seen for such a long time that you feel like if you miss this one, you're never going to forgive yourself. This person has genuine desire and love for you, and they make it very obvious, and you're the type of people, if you're quite fiery and this person is basically, I wouldn't say this person is fiery, but this person also has the attitude that they're bigger than life, and if they like something, they want something, they're going to do it. They're not going to let anybody play them. They're going to play everybody else. So this person possibly could be in a situation where they're committed, and they may slightly have got their defences up because they know they're going to be cut out of some group or some family situation if this relationship is known, which I think it is. And so you both of you are deciding what to do next. The gossip is flowing, and it is really good gossip. Really good gossip. What they are actually saying is, which is the answer to your question, what is the gossip? The gossip is, how could they do that? How could they be so blatant to show their affections in public? It could be, how could, or they could just be gossiping, and it's just so obvious what you feel to each other. But it's so obvious as well that you're not going to hide it. So that's what they will be saying. And they will be saying, it's because you've got the Hierophant, you've got the Judgment card here. They will be passing judgment. They will be saying it's not right. The Hierophant will be saying, well, that person's married. It's disgusting. Why are they doing that? And they probably would want you or them to separate and move away from each other because they think that's what is morally correct. So there's your gossip for you, and this is your situation. Right, pile number 1. What a fantastic story. Please let me know in the comments if any of that rings a bell whatsoever, because that is quite good. Although I would not want anybody to be hurt, especially if there's children involved. But that, I'm just reading the cards as they are. Well, thank you very much for listening, and I hope that made some sense to you. Bye. Okay. Hi there, pile number 2. I hope this is the right colour. If not, you might have to move to the red one. I think this is number 2. Right, the first impressions from your cards. I'm going to go through it slowly so it makes more sense to me. But my first impressions as I'm putting them out is that you are coming across as somebody who is very sort of reserved, quiet, or spiritual, or just very laissez-faire. Is that how to say it correctly? Just very go with the flow, bohemian, laid back, just that vibe of being very relaxed and very easygoing. Your person, on the other hand, is coming across as, to me, a bit of a character, somebody who jumps into situations, and somebody who likes life to be fun, likes life to be exciting, and they carry around that energy. It's almost like a cheeky, funny, I'll do anything today to make it really, really funny, to make everyone laugh, or to make themselves laugh more so. What I think has happened is been in a group situation, and I'm doing the cards, and I can't think particularly what has made me think that, but I'm picking up, it's almost like a night out or a group situation where something has happened that has not been planned in some way or not meant to happen. It's like, I don't know, let me go through the cards for you. Now, this is the situation. Now, you've come up as the star here, and the situation is coming up as the Hermit, as the main base of the situation, and you've got the star crossing it. So this is making me think that you have been quite happy on your own, or keeping yourself to yourself in some way, and then you're just basically this personality that we just explained, is that you maybe just have that wistful look in your eye. You know what's going on, but you don't really mind. You just will let things flow. That sort of laid back, sort of surfer feel about you, beach babe sort of feel about you. And then you could actually be married. You could just generally be one of those male or females who are just happy in your own space and comfort, and you're quite mature and you're quite grounded, and you're just basically in life and you know where you are and you're happy with where you are and everything's just in its place. You could have some sort of job that's very solid, and you know you have this life and you think in your life that everything's going along a straight line, and in some way it's all panning out and you're happy with that. And then along comes this person while you're holding on to your feelings and you're holding on to your lifestyle, and this person has made some sort of emotional offer to you. There's been some sort of declaration of love or some sort of gesture to you where you've almost, because this woman, if you're the woman watching this, the woman in the reading has got their nose in the air twice. And she's holding her pentacles here. I'm happy with who I am. You know, I'm a mature lady. I'm quite happy doing this. This is me. This is where I'm going. I'm holding on to my purse. I'm not letting anybody near me, blah, blah, blah. And then this person has come along and offered you something emotional. And what has happened is that it has made your life fall to pieces. I'm thinking it's a group situation because the situation surrounding is coming up to the Four of Wands. So this is probably what I thought when I first started looking at these cards. You could possibly have been out in a public situation, I'm getting this really fantastic image of an office party or something, or out in public, or just generally in a festival, no, probably not nowadays, celebrating, and you two have got together because the person who you're asking about, whether this is male or female, is coming across as the King of Wands. And this picture, especially the King of Wands, this is somebody who doesn't beat around the bush. This is somebody who's decided that they like you and they've made this offer to you. It's some sort of sexual sort of offer. He's standing there holding his stick. And you've got the Knight of Cups behind you. So this person has come to you and declared or made some move on you. And I don't know if people have seen this, because the Tower card almost gives me the feeling, and I'll tell you why when I get to these cards over here in a minute. It makes me feel as if it's like that office party feeling where you've ended up with somebody that nobody expected you to be with, or that didn't quite fit into what should have happened. As in you know, it's basically shaking people up a little bit, and more so you than anybody. You're coming across as being slightly defensive, as if, oh my gosh, you know, the type of person, or the type of situation, where you've gone home and you thought, my God, did anybody see that? You know, what happened, or blah, 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 does anybody know? There's that. You're coming across as defensive in all of these cards. But the strange thing is, the end result is the Nine of Cups, as if what has happened has made you really happy. As in, you've basically got what you wished for. So you may have had your eye on this man or this woman, and they have come to you in probably a group situation, showed their affection in whatever way they've shown it, either that way, or both together, and it's really, you know, made you happy. Right, this is a few more for me clues here on the situation. You've got the Tower twice, so I don't know, please tell me in the comments that the situation where this has happened and the gossip has basically started is something big. It's something like you've been caught doing something, or it's been really morally unacceptable in some way. I don't know. Please tell me. I would like to know. But you are, I don't mean to laugh there, but you, Three of Pentacles again makes me think of a group situation. You've got the situation surrounding, you've got the Four of Wands here, which makes me think there's more than one person, because these girls are dancing and it's like a festival. And you've got the Three of Pentacles, which is three people working together. I don't get the feeling it's a work situation, but it very much could be. But you've got I'm saying you as if it's female, but if you're a male watching, the female in this relationship or the female energy. Sorry, camera clicks off after every half hour. This person I was saying just comes up to me as somebody who's quite charming and may have a bit of reputation for being a bit of a charmer. And I think that your relationship has somehow kicked off in some very fantastical, drastical way. I made that word up. But I do think there's a little bit of jealousy. I do think that the attraction between you two the gossip is that almost fueled by, because you've got the Six of Wands, you've got the Lovers here, it's almost a bit of jealousy that this person has somehow done something with you, and if it's not something physical, as in you haven't actually got together, the fact that this person is attracted to you is causing, this is possible if there isn't actually anything concrete that's happened, but the gossip could be that everyone knows that this person's attracted to you, and it's causing a bit of a kerfuffle in that way because there's jealousy involved. And this person's, as I've just said, is a charming maverick. And you are somebody who is quite laid back, not really that interested, but maybe, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. You've got the Star here. You're very cool, very sort of, whatever happens, that type of person. And this person's come to you or declared their love for you in quite a gung-ho style. And it has set everybody talking. If it's not declared, I think it's more than declared love, because you got the Tower twice. That's not just a declaration to me. You're really chuffed about this, because I think, you're just sort of weren't expecting it or weren't looking for it, but it's made you feel good. I do think, though, whatever's happened between you, that I wonder whether your feelings are beginning to blossom, but it's not really sure where the situation is going to end up. I think that with the gossip, and if you're asking about gossip, I think if you think that's an issue, it probably is an issue, because you've got the Five of Wands here, and that's a lot of people fighting or anger or arguments. So I don't know if somehow that has come into this situation, where you could possibly feel as if it's too much for you and you feel defeated. If you're quite reserved, you're quite somebody who likes your space, likes your time to yourself, and then this situation has basically exploded with the gossip, then I wonder whether you are just feeling like it's a bit too much, but your feelings are there for this person. You're just, I don't know if you felt for them before or fancied them before, but they've started to grow since this horrendous thing that has happened between you. It could be fantastically horrendous, I don't know. But now your feelings are starting to grow, but you almost feel as if you're defeated before you start. Right, power number 2. I'm going to finish it there for you. Please let me know if you can explain to me if this situation, the 2 Tower cards, you don't get that, very often. If you can let me know if that strikes true with you in any way, that'd be really interesting. Right, thank you very much for watching, and I hope that helps in some way. Bye. Okay, hi there, pile number 3. Right, I think out of the other 2 piles I've looked at, yours is the third, obviously, but I think out of all the gossip that's going around, yours is the best, because it is the most prolific gossip. It's the one that there's more people gossiping, I pick up, than in the other 2 piles. What I think we've got here is, I think we've got a situation which is possibly a work situation, or a situation that is some way very conventional. It's not accepted or acceptable for you to have acted in such a way. You're coming across as the Lovers, and so I think that you generally feel you've either had a choice, or you generally feel as if this person that you're talking about has ignited something inside of you that makes you feel like you want to connect with them, and it's very strong. They are coming up as somebody who has had everything they've ever thought and felt and done in the past exploded. I'm going to go through the cards and see how this reads to see what I mean by this, because I don't know myself yet. Right, it comes up to me as a possible work situation. I'm telling you why I say that, or a family situation. It's something conventional. I can tell you why I say that. You've got the Ten of Cups here for hopes and fears, and you've got behind you the Hermit. So I wonder whether you two or one of you has either got a family or have been very happy in a past situation. Very content, very sort of, I'm trying to think enclosed, but what I'm trying to say is just happy in yourself and watching and waiting, and life just flows and it's just as it is, and that's fine. You know, and you're both, that's the way the situation has been. You're not looking for anybody, you're not looking for a situation at all. And I think it is possibly a work situation, because it starts off with the Eight of Pentacles, and the Pentacles cards normally read of finances or work. So I wonder whether your connection with this person has got something to do with work. And you've got the Five of Cups crossing this. So the Five of Cups talks to me of something emotional that has been lost. Not totally lost, but something has moved away. Let me keep going and see how this makes sense. There are two, apart from these two energies here, I think that your person is coming across as somebody who is possibly a boss or in a position in a work situation that is quite high up, and not somebody who likes to be played with because it doesn't look good with other people. If it's not a boss, it's just somebody, this person is very fixed in what they think and fixed in who they feel it for. And sorry, who they feel and what they feel and who they feel for. Does that make sense? Basically, I'm trying to say they are very fixed. So they direct their life, and then they almost think that they're running along this track, and they might choose this person because that might fit in with what they want to do next. You know, it's got to fit. It's like an Aries Capricorn feel. It's very focused, but it's also quite calculated. Capricorn like to know where they're going, and they're aiming high. So this is your person, that where they're going, they're aiming high, and you have come across as somebody who is probably quite self-contained, but extremely sexy and confident and creative and attractive. And you've got this Lover's card here, so I think that you've come across in a way that has shocked them. Because if this is an Aries Capricorn person, you're coming across as the Queen of Cups and the Lovers. I wonder whether it's almost sparked this person's love and lust, because there's something in you that mirrors in them but is not as conventional. Right, what you've got here, you've also got the Ace of Wands. So I think that either you have had a sexual encounter with this person, or in some way that people are aware, because this is all about the gossip of the sexual attraction between the pair of you. And I think it could possibly be quite shocking, because if your person's coming as the Emperor and the Tower, you've also got for them the Eight of Swords, and that's like anxiety. So something you've come along already sexy and attractive, and there's that passion there could be some sort of sexual exchange in some way, but it's causing this person to become really anxious, because it's not what they want, in terms of it's not what they want people to see. It's not in their remit, the right word. It's not in what they had planned out steadily on how they are going to be. This person is probably quite aware of what other people think, and it means a lot to them. I've got a funny feeling, because if you're coming across as the Hermit and you've got the Queen of Cups here and the Lovers, I think it means less to you. I think to live your life genuinely and authentically is probably more meaningful to you than this person likes to put on a sort of I'm in control show. You're coming across as generally thinking and feeling that you want to start something with this person. It's ignited something in you that you're quite prepared to work towards. If it's not the fact that you're quite prepared to work towards it, you could have possibly met them in a new job. because you've got the Ace of Pentacles here for you. The Ace of Pentacles could be a new financial beginning or a new work situation, or just generally something that you want to work towards, that you don't mind if it takes the time to get there. And you've got this married up with the Ace of Wands. So this is definitely something new that's happened. It's something new and it's exciting. And to you, it's movement, it's passion, and it's fun, it's fiery. I don't know whether your person is in a relationship or married. It could be possible because you've got the Hermit as well here and the Ten of Cups. The end situation is the Hierophant, which to me speaks of possibly you two could work in a big building. You could be some sort of church group. It could be some sort of school. It could be a hospital. It's something, if it's not something concrete like that. It's just you two are in a situation where it's not it's not correct. I'm using that loosely because, it's not correct in other people's minds, not yours or mine, to have this pull between you two. And people can sense it, they can smell it. If something hasn't actually happened between you, people know it. People can tell what's going on. Right, the situations come up to me. These extra cards I put here, the situation. So the Five of Pentacles to me speaks of some people. Doesn't speak of some people. It tells me of something where you feel as if this relationship or this attraction is going to leave one or both of you out of a social group or a work group or some clique or some group of people that you are normally accepted by, and that will play on your mind, possibly this person's mind actually. What else you've got is you've got passion and lust and bondage. And I don't mean bondage as in the sense of bondage. I mean being bonded to somebody. It's like obsessional, it's sexual, and it's a really strong pull. And this person, more so than your person, I reckon, is trying to weigh up, and both of you maybe, I don't know, what's going on in their heart as opposed to their mind, and trying to sort it out, because it's got to be this person. This person's got the Tower. I think you have shocked this person with how attracted they are to you, and they know that if they carry on with it, they're going to be shut out of some social group, hence the Tower here, and they're really playing with this. The affection's there and the desire's there, and they're going to be shut out of some Five of Pentacles, Hierophant. You've got Ace of Wands. They feel as if they're going to be ostracized from something, and you've got the Eight of Swords for them. So I think their feelings are you have really turned their world upside down. And they're finding it, I guess from this, that they are finding it really difficult, morally difficult. Okay, right, this is your gossip. This is why I said that you lot have got more gossip than anybody going on. These two cards to me, Page of Swords, Five of Wands, talk to me of a lot of people doing a lot of talking. People have picked up what's going on between you two. They've picked up that you're attracted to each other. They probably picked up that, this, I've got a funny feeling the Emperor figure in this, and the Emperor figure, I don't know whether, it's two females asking, male, female, or whatever. The Emperor to me speaks of somebody who takes their outward appearance very seriously. So this is the person who's most worried about the gossip, and they have reason to be because it's really going around. And this is to me secrets as well. So out of all these piles, your gossip pile, which was this one here, can be more obvious to me. Page of Wands is communication. It's lots of talking. This person's on the hill. He's looking down at the valley, and the swords, are thoughts and talking. So there's just somebody or a load of people out of the situation, just chattering non-stop. Five of Wands, loads of people. It's like conflict. It's people just basically really enjoying chattering about what's been going on. And chattering is a kind word. High Priestess is secrets. So that's really obvious to me. And your pile, as of all the piles, comes out as the most fantastic amount of gossip. Right, the end result. The conclusion to this, to me, still makes me feel as if the gossip's going to continue. You've got the Two of Pentacles here, and this one's on is it maybe a strip? I don't have to say that. Where the little ants going backwards and forwards. So whatever you have created, whatever monster situation you have made with all this gossip, it's going to continue for quite a while, and people are really enjoying it. In fact, I don't know if you're enjoying it or not, but there's a feeling of winning here as well, which I think is more so about you both. I wonder whether the fact that you have met each other and found each other, and the passion is there, and the you want to work towards this person, that's nice, that's good, the way it should be. I think your person's struggling more than you, though. There's a feeling of winning and being victorious in this. You've got the 6 of Wands as the conclusion and the 8 of Wands as the conclusion. And the fact you've got it with the gossip card is almost as if whatever these people are saying, and they really, really are talking about you two, we've just talked about what they are actually saying, it's almost as if you two are going to come out on top in the end. I'm not saying this is going to happen, this is just something I'm feeling, but it's almost as if, I'm making this up totally, a couple who possibly one's married, one's not married, both could be married, and then they get together and people are, oh my gosh, that's what's happened, but then they find out it's the person that they were really meant to be with, and they spend the next 30 years together. Do you know what I mean? It's that sort of feel that whatever happens, that these people at the end will look back in so many years and think, oh, do you remember we talk so much about that, and they're still together, that sort of feeling. But you have blown this person's mind. He or she there's like an obsessive feel about it. There's just basically, they didn't expect this to have happened, and it's sexual. There's Ace of Wands, Devil card, Tower card. And it's all basically clamped in between really traditional cards like the Emperor and the Hierophant. So it's a real struggle. I don't think you're struggling as much. I think you're quite enjoying it. But Ace of Wands, Tower, Devil, controlling Emperor, controlling Hierophant. So to sum that up, your gossip is, what are people gossiping about you? They're gossiping about your attraction to each other, and the fact that the more conventional figure is really struggling with it, because it's really obvious that you are both strongly attracted to each other. And something, I don't know if something sexual has happened, because you did have the Ace of Wands and people are talking about the actual situation, but your person is anxious and you're quite still very laid back and cool about this. But out of all the piles, the people talking are really talking, and they love it. It's probably the best thing they've had to talk about for a long time. And they're enjoying it. And it's like, oh, it's top secret, have you heard? Blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I'm going to finish there for you, pile 3. I hope that helps. And please let me know in the comments section if any of that rings true in any way. And good luck. And I hope it all works out well for you. Thank you for watching. Bye.